We're good.
We're good.
We're good to go.
Right, it's me again, Paul, and it's Madaboutfish. And here's my my fish tank in the kitchen. As you can see, it's the molly tank, what I call my molly tank, because it's full of guppies. Nah, it's full of mollies. Today, it needs a clean. It hasn't been cleaned for a while.
It's filthy.
It's filthy. This is Josh, you can hear. He's behind the camera today. Lewis is going to come in a bit later and help me clean some of the... He's run off already, he's disappeared. He's very camera shy as our Lewis.
Just like the plecos.
Just like... But what we're going to do, there's too much stuff in there, yeah? We got this concrete island, which I bought a long time ago. We're going to take this out, and we're going to take this green mossy stuff out. I can't remember the name of it. Do you know?
Java moss, is it?
It's probably Java moss. And the reason I'm taking it out is it looks okay when it's new, it's nice and bright and green. But because there's so many fish and they poop on it a lot, it's just, the poop's just sitting there, and the cleaner fish don't seem to like cleaning it off of that. So I'm going to lift it out and we're going to get rid of that. And we're just going to tidy it up completely. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to bring down the level of the water with the new hose that I've got. You've seen it in the other video, but I'll show you in a moment. We're going to take it down about a quarter to begin with, and when it's at quarter, we're going to clean the glass, and I'll show you there's different ways of cleaning the glass. And then when we're happy with the glass, we're going to drop it. Actually, no, I think at quarter we'll also try and carefully lift out one of these. The reason being, there might be a lot of muck inside it. So if the muck comes out into the water, we can bring it down and then take the muck out as well. So we're going to clean the glass. We're going to remove some of the things that we don't want in there anymore. And then we're going to bring it down to about 50%. And then I'm going to treat, do you remember the grey beard I talked about before? Well, as you can see on these bits of wood, I wasn't sure about leaving it. I might leave those bits actually, because it looks quite nice. But in the corner, there's a little cave. And on the roof of that cave, there's a lot of grey beard, and I don't like it. So I'm going to treat that. And also, I'm going to treat the rest of the grey beard on this glass here, down in the corner. Because I sometimes worry if it might get into the seal and break the seal. Anyway, so stick with us. I'm going to get set up, and then I'll come back to you in a minute, and we'll start again. Right, okay, we're going to empty the tank. This looks like a gun, doesn't it?
Hands up.
This is the hose I was telling you about. It's a must really if you've got large tanks or even more than one tank, because as you know, emptying the water in a tank can take ages and ages. Lots of buckets and things like that. This is a wonderful gift for people that have got aquariums. This cost, I think in euros, this was about 80 euros, this one. They do them in the UK, but I don't know how much they cost. So what happens is, this connects to the kitchen sink, like that, okay? And then the other end goes into the tank, and all you have to do is just turn the tap on, and the pressure of that tap being on causes a suction, and sucks the water from the tank. And then when you've got enough water out, all you simply do is a little tap on the side here, you turn it off, okay? It stops the suction, and then you can do your business, clean your tank how you want it. And then what I do, I close the other end. There's another tap on the other end here. I close this. It's on closed now. And then I run the water so that it comes out of this nozzle until it's the right temperature. You can't tell exactly how to, but you know, it should be not hot, not cold, but a little bit warm. But if you're in between warm and cold, it's perfect, okay? Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave that there for a minute. I'm going to go to the tap. If you'd like to follow me, shall I go slowly? Oh, he's beaten me to it.
Slow-mo.
He's beaten me to it. Okay. With the kit, you get, I think it's 2 of these, which have got different sizes for whichever tap you have. I've got one of these taps. And all you do, on the end of this tap, there's a thing that comes off. And inside, last time I couldn't find it. But there it is, it's the washer. This goes inside here. Oh, is it which way around it is? Yeah, it's that way around. Is it that way around? No, it's that way around. Yeah, it's that way. So you put the washer in, just push it down in. So, and then screw it on, nice and tight. Ba-da-da. Easy as that. And then this one screws on there. Again, nice and tight. So, now this had a longer piece of tube on it, but it was too long for my sink, so I just snipped it off. So you can snip that off to fit over. Here's the little tap I was talking about. We want it on so that the water comes out of here and also sucks out of here as well. Okay, but first I've got to put the other end in the tank. Does my bum look big in these? No, I hope not.
Yeah.
You said yes.
Yeah.
Here's the other end. It's like the cleaners you can buy. You know the suction cleaners where you have to go. Well, you don't with this one. You can just place it in the tank.
You don't end up getting a mouthful of dirty fish water.
Yeah. Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah.
I love fish, but I don't like getting.
We all know the feeling.
Now I'm going to open this valve. So there you go. Because it was resisting, but now you probably heard it make a noise.
Yeah.
So you put it down into the tank, and there's a clip that comes with it that clips to your tank, and I've already got it in there, and I just clip that on and it holds it in place. It's
Perfect.
simple as that. Right, we're open there. Make sure you're open here, which we are. And this is the magic bit. You turn on the tap. Lewis is hiding because last time I did this, it went. Right, that's water coming from the tap, and if you watch
Fresh
the tube,
water, right?
it will suck water from the tank, and you'll see it come up in a minute. He says.
Oh yeah, it's on its way. There we go.
There we go. Woohoo! There you go. It slows down automatically.
Okay.
And now that is actually emptying the tank. So, while that's emptying, there's no harm to the fish. There's no disturbance. That they're used to this. They're quite happy. While that's emptying, we're going to get a cup of tea, and then I'll come back to you when we're about a quarter, which will take about, I don't know, 5-10 minutes. So, see you in a minute. Okay, we've got it down to just a quarter. That took about 10 minutes. Oh, another baby. So what I'm going to do now, I've got to take the light off, so you might not be able to see very clear. The reason I've got to take the light off is because I'm going to lift out this big lump of concrete. Before I emptied the water, I should have said to you, very important, switch off your heater and pump, okay? Because once the water goes below a certain level, the heater can get really hot and it can burn out, alright? And the motor on your pump also. So just turn them off. The light's on a separate circuit, so it doesn't really matter. But I'm going to take the light off now, and then I'm going to clean the algae on the glass. And there's different methods. I'll just get these for you now. Okay, some people prefer a sponge. I was going to say a bunge then. A sponge. Yeah, on the inside, obviously, not the outside, because it won't come off from the outside. Some people like the Michael Jackson approach. But my hands are too, I can only get that far. My fingers are too fat. And this has got like a rough surface on it. It's real diamonds.
Is that a special fish tank cleaning glove?
Yeah,
sorry, not for cleaning the fish, but for the fish tanks.
No, it's just, I think, I use it sometimes when I'm alone and bored and I stand and do a bit of Michael Jackson. It's got real cut diamonds on it. So this glove cost about 2 million. So it's quite an expensive option. No, it didn't really. I don't know if it's glass or what, but you just basically do that. But I don't get on with it. I don't get on with it. Other people prefer the traditional sponge, 2 types of sponge.
Sponge on a stick.
This soft sponge is for the little brown bits of algae you get, comes off easy with that. And this is a bit worn down. Or you've got this plastic edge where you can, but the problem with this is it's too long. It's a bit awkward. Best way, my best option, I use a credit card. My flexible frame.
Shall I zoom in on it?
If you want to. You can't get the account number because it's an old one anyway.
Ah, okay, forget it.
So I'll do that so you can't get the account number. And all you basically do, put your hand in. The fish love this because they come up and they have a little nibble. And just up and down. And it's coming off. Nice and easy. It's best to do this while you've got the light on. Because when you take the light off, you can't see a thing. Okay, I won't do all of it because it takes up too much time on the video. So once you've done the glass, then we're going to lift out this thing. Okay, but I have to remove the lamp. This is not the original light. The original light, I broke it, so I had to put this on. But it does the job, and it's quite easy to put over to one side. There we are. Now it's all dark, you can't see. But while it's like that, I'm going to lift out what I don't want, which is this big piece of rock. Do it ever so gently because there may be cleaner fish underneath. They like to hide sometimes underneath. So that's pretty clear. I'll just turn it slightly. Make sure there's no fish in the nooks and crannies, which there isn't. And then quickly, I'm going to bring it out. Oh,
in the bucket.
And smash the light. And put it in the bucket. There we are. Straight in the. That's why I've got a towel on the floor. It's quite messy. Important. Now you can't probably see that, but there's a lot of poo floating about now. Okay. So the other job I want to do is get that moss that we were talking about. Oh look, there's my favourite cleaner fish. There he goes. There he is, a big one. Here, big orange, pinky beastie. I hope he doesn't bite my arm off. My arm? What's a harm? My arm. Excuse me. He's clinging to the moss. Get off.
Leave it alone. It's mine, boss.
Get off.
We got a money shot here, Paul.
And there
Oi,
it
oi.
comes. It looks like Grandma's wig. In the bucket. And there is a lot of poo floating out of that.
Oh, yeah, look at
I'm
that.
sorry, he's disgusted. He's gone over there now. He's going, oh, bloody. You should have, you could have pulled the chain. I think that's it actually. That was one big lump of moss.
Is that from the left side as well?
I'm trying to, I can't, oh there's a little bit at the front
Okay.
there we go. I'll try and get that as well. It's all, if they're collect all together. Again, be careful that you're not picking up fish as well. There might, yes, there's some mollies there, but there you go. It's like, it looks like spinach when it comes out. I wouldn't like to eat it though. Okay, so now there's a lot of poop floating about in there. It's quite messy. They're okay, they're quite happy. They're probably wondering what's going on. They're probably saying, hey, you stole the garden. Oh, there's a bit more left there. Hang on. See, I can't see very well because the light's not on. There we go. Alright, get that bit. Ah, look at that poo. Oh, it's disgusting. You imagine if you have to suck that up with a tube. And we got this, so we're lucky. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, finish cleaning that. I won't show that because it takes too long. And then we're going to drop it to 50%, okay?
Okay.
Oh, sorry, we're on. Okay. Oh, it's all wet in my hair now. We've done the half tank, as you can see. We've cleaned the front of the glass. It's a bit murky at the moment, but as I said, a lot of the old plant that we took out was full of poo. Nasty, yucky poo. So, I've treated the grey beard. You can see it, I don't know if you can see that. It's actually
Bubbling away, isn't it? Yeah.
Okay. And the fish, look, they're already attacking it.
See it there as well.
And it's already actually turning violet. You can see it, I think, on top of the cave. It should be bubbling as well. Yeah, it's bubbling away. That's the peroxide turning to oxygen. Okay, it will not harm the fish because it's only 3%. I don't know if they'd make it any higher, but I wouldn't go any higher than 3%. And you can see they're all nibbling away because obviously they're getting the taste of the beard and also the oxygen as well. So it won't hurt the fish. And all you do is, as I say, just suck up some in the syringe, put it in the water and squirt it directly on the grey beard where you want it to go. So I did that bit last week and you can see it's completely clear on the edge of that glass now. And now it's just this bit which is bubbling away, and that'll be gone in a couple of days. So we've taken out what we didn't want. We've taken out the horrible well, it's not horrible, the green weed that I had, which was collecting all the poop. And now we've got this nice space, which I will probably put a couple of smaller plants in, but I'll do that later. So now what's important is to put the water back in the tank. So what I'm going to do now, you've seen the contraption, all I have to do is make sure this valve's open and the valve on the other end is closed, so that water comes directly down the tube and not out of the funnel. But what we're going to do first is test the water to make sure it's warm. So what I'll do, I'll come back to you again when it's full. Okay, I don't think there's anything else. Oh yeah, there is one thing you have to do. I've got it over here, I'm prepared this week. Obviously, water straight from the tap contains chlorine, which is not good for the fish, and it may be a bit hard as well. So it's always best to use, I call it the blue magic liquid, but it says it's for, this is in German obviously because we're in Austria, but it kills chlorine, and which is harmful to the fish. Dosage, it tells you on the back of the bottle how many little caps or squirts to how many litres that you've got. I normally do 3 or 4 squirts as the water's going in, so it mixes in. So don't forget that, it's very important, but don't too much. Probably a little is better than too much, okay? So that's what we're going to do. We're going to fill it back up, and that will be our first Madaboutfish cleaning the tanks. It still needs some work, okay? We haven't got time to do everything today, because once the water's full up and it's settled again and it's nice and clear, then we can plan on whether we're going to put some rocks or some plants in. This end's going to stay roughly the same. We're going to trim it down a little bit. It's a little bit overcrowded, but yeah, they're all happy. And I'll show you in a few minutes when it's full up. You can see how better it looks when it's full. This is an old tank, so these are not. This is not dirty. This is old scratches. It used to be my dad's tank, and bless him, when he used to try and clean it, he used razor blades. Don't use a knife or a razor blade to clean the glass, okay? Because what it does, it scratches, and then all the chalk or the whatever, it sits into the cracks, and it looks like it's dirty. But once it's full, it doesn't look too bad. It's an old tank, and I like it. All right, so I'll see you again in a momento. Okay, we've put the water back in. It's a bit cloudyish at the moment, but you can see there's a big difference already. The fish have a big extra playing area because they like to play basketball and cricket. So I've made a space for them to play now. And if you notice, there's some extra mollies in there. I've taken some of the mollies out of the other tank and put in here as well. So this is now the molly tank, okay? So to be in this tank, you have to be in the molly game, okay? Yeah, they're quite happy. There's no traumas, no problems. There's still some work to do on it. There's still a bit of work left, a bit more cleaning, but I'll do that again another time, and I'll show you the tank in the next 3 or 4 weeks time, okay, when we have some new plants and some new grass. But this is the first stage. Get most of the rubbish that I don't want in there out. We've treated the greybeard. I've done this side, and I've done the cave in the corner. We've treated that, and we've cleaned the glass. It's a bit smudgy on the outside. So the next stage will be to get the hoover in there and just suck up any more of the poop that's left on the bottom, and then yeah, put some new plants or new rocks in there. I think that's about all I've got to tell you. I've put in the chlorine mixture, obviously. The temperature at the moment is between 24 and 26, which is perfect. So happy days with your fish. If you've got any comments, please make them. Nice ones only, please. And please like and subscribe. And I'm going to say goodbye, and the fish are all saying goodbye. 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 Goodbye.
Bye, Paul.
Yeah. Oh, did you hear that one? That wasn't me. That was one of the fish said that. Well, what they're saying really is, give us some food. You know, they want some food because we've taken all the food out, so they want food now. So what I'll do, you can watch me feed them quickly, and you can see. Lewis, could you get the fish food, please, from the other room? I'm going to give them a quick bit of food, not too much. because I want them to eat the rubbish that's still floating around. Yeah, anyway, let's get some food for them. Food. Fish fooder. I'm just going to sprinkle a bit. You watch this. There you go. Absolutely bonkers. He says them. Just about one or two have come out.
Very civilised.
There we go. I've got some nice little baby black mollies here that are growing up. Here they go. They're having a good old feed now. Look at this guy. Look at the size of this guy. That is a baby megalodon. Okay, you know the sharks in the sea? That's how big they start out at, and they get up to 20 metres. Alright?
Gonna need a bigger tank, I think.
When it gets a bit longer, yeah, I need a bigger tank. Plus the fact I have to wear a steel glove, otherwise I'll have my arm off when I feed it. No, I'm joking, really. Yeah, the Michael Jackson on. Dun, 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 dun. Billie Jean was not. No, okay, I won't go into that. Alright, Madaboutfish. Third video. Each time they get better, I hope, and I hope you join me. Everyone behind the camera is laughing at me at the moment. See, but tell your friends, and the next video will be, we'll do something about the big tank and also goldfish, how to keep goldfish. So from me, Paul, from Josh, from Lewis, and from my son Julian, who doesn't give a monkeys about fish because he doesn't like fish. Peace out, see you soon. Bye.